I did not.
It is god awful.
I'm not a big, like, I do get excited to watch the live action on some things, but I am usually disappointed. So I don't always rush. Like, I did really want to see the live action of Mulan because I love Mulan. And I really think that she doesn't get the credit she deserves in, like, the pantheon of Disney movies. And then Avatar: The Last Airbender, where I was, like, super excited for the M. Night Shyamalan because he's one of my favorite directors. And yeah, but, like, Avatar: The Last Airbender is one of my favorite series ever. And so I was let down with that. And then I only watched one episode of the Netflix one. And I was like, what was that?
The CGI. Every time for me, it's the CGI. Like, for just this movie off the bat, they filmed Waterworld, like, with no CGI, right? Like, you can put people on boats. And sure, it's not convenient, but, like, Jaws did it. Waterworld can do it. Like, people film on boats all the time. I don't understand why this has to be this Hawaiian girl in this CGI thing. Like, it's not live action. Snow White's not live action when everything is CGI but one person standing on a green screen.
Right. And that was where, like, as I was watching it, I was like, I feel like I'm just watching the animated movie. That's what I was just thinking about that.
Standing in front of a green screen before, and we laughed at it back then. We made fun of this movie. There was The Spirit. Do you remember The Spirit? That was another one. Like, we were working at the movie theater at that time. Or like The Shadow or whatever. Samuel L. Jackson is a Nazi. Like, that's the movie, whatever it is. Sin City looked better than this. Like, what? Moana is the last good Disney movie that I remember seeing, because, like, Silas was born that year. And so, like, it was a big, like, the You're Welcome song is fantastic. Like, but the characters are cartoons. They look good. When you do, let's go to Maui. This right here, like, how close can we get? Okay, Sarah, I want you to notice that he is not wearing, that is not his body. He is wearing a latex body suit that he fits into, where he has no nips. The pecs have been digitally removed, or he's not wearing them at all on this bodysuit that he has. Do you see that?
He does not have any nipples.
And you go, why doesn't he have any nipples? Well, he doesn't have any nipples because the cartoon Maui didn't have any. So if this is a live action movie, it needs to look like the cartoon character, but the rest of it doesn't look like the cartoon character. Like, regular Maui. Oh, not the island. See, the island's bigger. Maui from Moana is this big hulking oaf. And if he's wearing a latex bodysuit, why is he not wearing one that makes him cartoonishly disproportionate?
Yeah.
Okay? Like, between these two pictures right here that you can see, like, let's see.
Yeah. He doesn't have, like, the big barrel belly.
And he needs to. Like, that's the character. Everyone's going, the creative team behind this. There is no creative team. This is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. This is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson saying, I have to look sexy. Like, I can't look like the cartoon character. I got to look like the live version of me, because that's why people are buying tickets. So they got to see me, but jacked, but not fat. Like, creatively, I feel like he walks on the set as a presence, and everyone's like, okay, I guess if this is what he says we're doing, we're doing.
Maybe, I don't know, because I'm looking at it and I'm trying to think of, like, if they were to make it broader, they'd have to do more with the arms to do an equal proportion. But then he would have an itty bitty head.
But if you're going to CGI the pig here in the beginning, like, if you're going to CGI the pig, if you're going to CGI the chicken, if you're going to CGI the island and the boat and the everything else, why put him? Why not CGI him? Do you know what I mean?
But it looks like there has been CGI and, like, AI to, like, like, for his hair. You know what I mean? Like, there's the necklace he's wearing around his neck. Like, it looks
The necklace hides. The necklace is a Miss Piggy thing. Okay, so this is Miss Piggy. The way that Miss Piggy's puppet operates is the pearls are where the seam is for the neck. If you look like right here, right? So So the necklace allows the head to move from the freeformed body. So Miss Piggy over here is wearing the shark tooth necklace because that hides where the latex is to the head, to the neck. Like that's also, no one else does puppets like I do. So like they don't know that. But that was my first thought was like, oh, look at Miss Piggy up here. And
fantastic.
His hair, like here, the hair is big and bony. And I get it. It goes around the round face. But like, this,
right.
Everyone says it looks like a cheap wig, and it does, but it's not that. Like, we know he's bald.
Yeah. I mean, but it looks CGI and stuff too. My thing is it's not a live action movie, in my opinion. Yes, there are live actors, but it's not live action if everything is a type of animation. And I don't understand. Like, as I was watching it, I was watching the water and I was like, that just looks like the water from
Moana.
The animation. So, and this is so close to whenever Moana came out originally. It's not like it's 20 years later.
It's not Snow White that's been 90 years. It's not even, I mean,
Little Mermaid even.
Lilo and Stitch. Lilo and Stitch is at least 24 years. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, right. The other complaints too, look at this face. Look at this face. Look at his face. Look at that punum. Look at the little punum on the cheeks. I know he's clearly got some GLP-1s going. He's clearly got like, he's thinner than he used to be. He did the Dave Bautista thing. Like he's getting fit, but he's not bulky, like roiding out. But I noticed in the mirror earlier today, like, I've got wrinkles around. I get a wrinkle after like running a couple miles, like around the jowls. He's got several. So if Maui is supposed to be a timeless, like youthful demigod, go back to that picture, like not a wrinkle on that face. So if you're going to CGI everything else, why not de-age him? Do you know what I mean?
Right. It's not like we don't have millions of hours of footage from years. And if you're going to have a youthful body, don't have an older face. Like,
what's that for butter? Like, they got a margarine body. Like,
right. Like, let's put Betty White's face on my body and like all is good.
Honestly, don't. I mean, that's a pretty good. I love Betty White. So young Betty White, old Betty White, put them both together. It'd be a good. It's a great sandwich. This hair, like we know he's bald again. Like this hair should be twice as big, right?
Right. Maui's hair was like it had a presence of its own.
It's half the head. It creates that rounded look.
Right.
It's so crazy to me that like the trailer being released, not one person has been positive about it. Everybody's got this negative opinion. This feels like a Sonic the Hedgehog thing, right? This feels like one of those things that they're doing where they're like, all right, we're just going to try it. Like Dwayne wouldn't listen. We tried on set. Dwayne wouldn't listen. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to release the trailer the way that Dwayne wanted us to. And then once maybe 70,000 people all say it looks awful, they'll let us give him. Because Lord knows they can fix all this. They did the dwarves.
It's all fake.
They did the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. They did that 3 times. They filmed it with regular sized actors. And in 2021 or 22, they released like on set recorded like photos while they were filming. Yeah. And all of the dwarf community, the little people community, got upset because not one of the dwarves was an actual little person. That was when Peter Dinklage made this huge controversy about like taking away dwarf parts. And so then they were like, oh God, okay, well, maybe we'll CGI all of them. And then they did it and it didn't look good. And so then they did it again. Like, so they have the technology. They can de-age him. They can give him a pork belly. They can give him bigger hair. Like they can fix this, but are they gonna?
Not likely. Even his tattoo still looks like when his tattoo was moving or whatever, it doesn't line up with the current.
Tattoo Maui, right? Also no nips. So I guess maybe that's why.
Yeah. I mean, I guess maybe they slimmed down the belly some for that Maui, but
You see, also, I could just repeat this whole thing over and over again. He's not acting. Like, when you see his facial respect like that, this is new Dwayne The Rock. I'm so smoldering. I'm so cool. He's probably had some plastic surgery at this point. He's older than half a century. So, like, maybe he doesn't have the same facial expressions, but like, I've seen him. There was a movie he did with Mark Wahlberg where he's like tripped out on drugs. He chops up a body and he cooks it on a barbecue. He had some facial reactions and expressions when he was high on drugs in that movie. Pain and gain. And here, like this reaction right here, Maui, shapeshifter, demigod, like he doesn't look like he's acting. He looks like he's barely saying his lines with no.
Well, it also looks like they CGI over his face stuff, like all of the action. See, like that doesn't even look real right there. It does not look like his face. Yeah, like that looks like, I don't know if they use AI or whatever, but it looks CGI'd. And so that could be impacting it to some extent because...
Also, this reminds me of someone who doesn't have very much mobility because they're in so much prosthetic. Like, he's got a wig, he's got the bodysuit, he can probably barely move. Like, do you know? And I'm not even trying to be mean now I'm giving him credit. Like, he can barely move his head without like the whole fake plastic suit like shuffling. So it really.
Well, do you remember what's his name? Jim Carrey, whenever he did the Grinch, and he had to wear all that prosthetic, but like that was very animated. And he's always had a very animated face, and that took lots of him like prepping and stuff for that. I really think that this is a combination of like, I guess I'm just really upset about the CGI stuff that like you can be sitting here and be all like the Rock body blah, and I'm like, I can't get past the CGI.
It's not live action. It is people standing in front. And one other point I would like to make is at least someone explained to me Snow White, at least on a financial standard, is you realize Snow White was like 1933, right? So in 7 years, it goes up for copyright. It's no longer off. It's off the table.
Oh, it's going to be on the public domain.
However, if you understand here, because Disney made Snow White, this live action version, almost exactly like the old cartoon, like costumes and the dwarves and all of that, because they built it like that, and it now just came out in 2025. Their copyright on Snow White that looks like that, and the dwarves that look like that, and the evil witch that look like that are now renewed for another 100 years.
That's if they look like that, but do they have the copyright to the story?
No, not to the story, but you will not be allowed to make a Snow White with a blue and red dress. You're not going to be allowed to have so I think they saw what happened with Winnie the Pooh, right? Look at Winnie the Pooh as well. They did a Winnie the Pooh a couple of years ago, right? Right before it came up for copyright. So that like you can make one, but it cannot be a ripoff of Moana. Moana. What are the different names we could do?
Moana.
Moana and Anna. Like Moana. Look at this ugly face and pretend he's trying to tell you.
Just look CGI'd over. It looks like it's been tampered with. And that's what bothers me because I'm like, it diminishes an actor and their acting ability if you have to use a computer and I understand part of it is because everything else is CGI, the things that aren't CGI, they still have to CGI over or else it's going to look like Photoshop without, with one thing just standing out because it's not going to be, I can't even think of the word right now, but it's not going to be like copacetic. It's not going to be smooth.
I wanted to point out someone brought this up, but I also immediately thought of this, but this is from 11 years ago in the golden age. This is SNL when The Rock hosted and he did a live action remake of Bambi. So like when you look at this, it's the same, like I'm Bambi. Hunting season's over. Like Dwayne The Rock Johnson as Bambi. His mom, the gravestone of his mom.
Nice.
This is a better movie. Like, I would watch this. This is something that I can get behind. Vin Diesel is I'm always thumping. It's all about family and thumping. Oh my God. See, like this with the way that the costumes are, Tyrese Gibson is Flower. Okay, all right. But when you go, like, it's even the color, how crisp, how sharp everything is, it looks like a parody, right? And then he says this, this is my favorite part. They're not done with the CGI. You can tell. Again, this is just a trailer.
So they CGI her too. Like, watch this. Everything.
Here's his waxy face. He looks like a overly produced apple. And then there. Okay, look how bad it goes from real fake Dwayne to there. Okay. Like the whale looks better than him. Oh, okay, it just makes me so
I will say the CGI on some of the special effects CGI that they have is incredible, but
it's good CGI, but why are you doing it? Like,
why are you first off, why are you doing this? Period. Yeah. Because Moana just came out. It's still fresh. Like, I don't feel like the paint has dried on Moana yet.
It was Moana 2 was just 2024. The sequel came out in the theaters.
To do a shot-for-shot remake of it.
With only one returning actor that cost about $50 million.
Yeah. And then to make it all CGI, to me, I'm just like, I don't understand why, other than because we can.
Oh, it's going to give you a thing. So like here, this, like if in 1977, they could film the sequel to Jaws using pontoon boats racing, if Pirates of the Caribbean can use real boats, if Waterworld can use real boats, surely it has to be the same cost, if not cheaper, than to CGI this, right? The amount of animators and artists and everyone that went into this cannot be this. It has to be cheaper to film it real. So why don't you do it real? And I get back to one point, and I think that this is it. At the end of the day, we all know that this is going to make $300 million in its opening weekend because kids and it's a summer movie. But I also think in that same vein, I think everybody collectively needs to take a step back and realize that this is now the new Spy Kids. Like, this is Shark Boy and Lava Girl. This is CGI that looks so god awful. Why isn't anyone upset? Oh, I forgot it's for 7-year-olds and they don't care. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
But Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson isn't an appeal for children. Like, he's not. No. He did that one. He did Red, like more recently. Yeah. Christmas movie. But I mean, that's a PG-13 almost ends. That's an almost R. They had to edit that.
I haven't seen that one yet. So
it's real bad. It's real bad. Oh, I hate looking at this thing. Okay.
Yeah, because like this, like it will look cool, and then you'll have like the CGI where it's just like, oh, and then you'll have the CGI where you're like, okay, that's freaking sweet, and then you'll have the CGI where you're like,
you know that like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, he has a brother, or not a brother, he has a cousin who is currently in the WWE, looks just like young Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Why don't they hire him? Why don't they hire, like, if everybody, I don't know, I think they were banking on him. It feels to me like this is more led by him.
Yeah. Well, in all honesty, though, if somebody else had done it, do you think that I think the fact that it's like, oh, it's The Rock, like, it's Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, nobody could do the voice of Maui the same. Right? Like,
he just talks saying he did the Rex Harrison thing from My Fair Lady. What can I say except you're welcome? Like, that's not singing. That's just saying some words. Look at this. I don't even want to sing the song anymore. Song word for word because of my children. Like, look at me now, you coconuts. I used to love this character, and I would forget. You could have that like when you go to the theater and you have you are able to suspend your disbelief. You know what I mean? Like, I know that like the Gollum and the Frodo isn't real, but like with Dwayne cartoon, I could forget that like it was Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, the man who is reportedly so difficult on set. He's a real showing up 6 to 8 hours late to work. Like, Yeah. So the other thing too, couldn't he have worked out? Like, he did used to look like this, right? Like, this isn't too far removed from what he used to be, right?
When you're 50, like your muscles don't bulk up like that so much anymore. Like, it's hard to build muscle mass.
Yeah, tell me.
I got a few years on you.
It only gets worse. I heard 44.
Sure, shit doesn't get easier.
Yeah, 44 is the worst, is what I heard. I heard at 44 genetically, you might as well just give up. That's what I took from the thing that I heard. Okay.